Hello, good evening, cherished viewers of Cafdil TV. This is Religious Vocation Digest. Today, I have a very important personality here with me at the studios of Cafdil TV to do this discussion. There is this saying that a nation that does not honor its heroes is not worth dying for. I have one hero here with me. Now, if you grew up in Takoradi, growing up or as a little child, there was this name that every child could relate to, and adults as well. When you go to Kwesimintim, St. Antonio of Padua, and then Christ the King Parish in Fikuma, we knew this name when we were growing up. So when you hear St. Antonio of Padua School, Kwesimintim, you know the name that comes with it. People even used to call the name by this individual's name instead of St. Antonio of Padua School. So to do this discussion, he will introduce himself, but before then, remember, we are also live on Facebook, Cafdil Cape Coast, YouTube, Cafdil Edu. Share the link with your friends, send us your comments, let us know where you're watching us from. And especially those who have experienced this man in any special way, let us know at the comment section. Father, good evening, and you're most welcome.
Good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Tell us about yourself.
So my name is Friar Martino Corazzin. I am 76 years old, and I belong to the Franciscan Minor Conventual.
Okay.
And I spent 58 years as religious, as my first profession was on the 22nd September 1966. And I am from Italy. I was born in the northern part of Italy.
Okay. Father Martino, on the 7th of April this year, celebrated 50 years as a priest. And when he came back to Ghana, the parish where he is serving, St. Francis of Assisi Parish, Snake Flat, Elmina, also honored him in a very special way on the 22nd of June this year. So Father is 50 years as a priest. It's uncommon. We usually hear of priests celebrating 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. For me, it is my first time coming in contact with a priest celebrating 50 years as a priest. So you and I are blessed this evening to have Father Martino here with us. So to begin with, Father, how many years have you been a missionary?
Practically, I left Italy in 1972 when I was 24 years old. I went to France 1 year to complete my theological studies. From there, I went to Spain. I spent 17 years. And later on, I came to Ghana. I am 34 years already in Ghana. So altogether, 52 years abroad, outside my country.
Okay. That's very nice of you. So tell us about your family background and childhood experiences.
Yes, I was born in a poor family because it was after the Second World War. And a Catholic family. My mother was really a good person, a prayerful person. And I was born on the 1st of March 1948, and I was named after my grandfather who died in the year 47. And I came to know that my grandfather was really a great man of charity. He telling my mother, please go out, call those people outside to come to eat with us, sitting at the table with us. Therefore, my grandfather was really a man of charity. My mother also was a great mother of charity and a prayerful person. So that is where I was born. And when I was a child, when I was 3 years old, I was in the point of death. And because I had that sickness called nephritis, that is the blood in the urine. And I remember everything is in my eyes, in my memory, the day when the car took me to the hospital. And later on, due to that sickness, I received many injections. And actually now I am really enjoying a strong health. That is a gift that God has given me. So that is even in my childhood, that sickness, that was a very important moment in my life.
Okay, that's very true. You were here with some of your brothers from Italy, the likes of Father Marino, Father Bottolino, and the rest.
Father Vincenzo.
Yes, they all went back, and then you are still here. Yeah, so that explains what you just said. And if you know Father Martino very well, you know he's a man of charity. He's a man of charity, and we have many young men and women named after him. So you hear Father Martin, Martino, Martina. When you come across those names in Takoradi, Sunyani, Accra, and the rest, you know where it is coming from. They were all named after Father Martino. And just as he said that his grandfather, whom he never met, as he was told, was a man of charity, and he was named after his grandfather. If you really know Father Martino, it explains clearly that he was indeed named after a man of charity. Okay. Who inspired you, or what inspired you to become a priest?
Since when I was very young, I had always a great desire to help people. And therefore, during the Christmas in 1957, I offered myself with a classmate to help a family that was going to renovate the house that was destroyed during the Second World War. And as I was collecting the tiles, between two tiles, practically I had my finger cut. And that is the desire to help somebody. I was 9 years old and offered myself during the holidays or Christmas holidays. I offered myself to help that family. And immediately after Christmas, I spent 10 days in the hospital. I was even a mass server over there. When I came back, I went back to school. A Franciscan missionary who was in China and was expelled by the communist government. So he was visiting the schools looking for children who were ready to have the experience in the seminary. And I answered, yes, I would like to have the experience in the seminary. Because one of the questions that he put before us, the chief at that time, was, do you want to help people? Are you ready to help people? As I had that great desire to help people, I said, yes.
How did your family receive the message?
No, when I told my parents were very happy. They told me, if that you desire, why not? We do agree with you.
Okay. So let's go back to your formation days. Can you walk us through that journey?
Okay, so in Italy, practically, I studied in different places, the minor seminary, the senior high school, later on the novitiate in Padua, later on the Ginnasio Liceo, as it's in Italy, the SS in Brescia. From there I went to Padua, and from Padua I went to Toulouse, where I completed my theological studies. So when I was in Toulouse, the superior at that time, the custody of France and Spain, he approached me and he told me, Martino, look, there is an important need in Spain in the minor seminary. Are you ready to go there? I never had the idea to go to work in a minor seminary, but he put that question before me. So when I informed the authority of the University of Toulouse, l'Institut Catholique de Toulouse. So they were not happy. So they had a meeting, extraordinary meeting, and they allowed me the first year to be absent from school and just to go from time to time. But the second year, they were asking me almost the daily presence. And so I told myself, if I do the obedience, I go to Spain. Later on I had to come back, I won't do anything good. So practically I renounced to further my education. Although the authority of the university, they wanted me to continue. And I accepted the proposal coming from the custode at that time. I did the obedience and I went to Spain, where I spent 17 years.
Okay.
And there in Spain, I was in charge of the vocation. I was cooking for the children. I was teaching French, gymnastics, and 2 years even Latin. Practically, I was with the children the whole day and the whole night. A very nice experience as well. I would say a missionary experience in Spain.
Okay. Any challenges at that time during your formation days?
Challenges or difficulties or moments, I don't know how to define, or moments in which I had to take an important decision was, first of all, when I was in the novitiate, my brother, who was a minor age, at that time he was in Switzerland working over there learning carpentry, he wrote to me a letter asking me to leave the Franciscans and to join him, to start a business with him. And I replied to him, sorry, I would like to be a Franciscan, I would like to be a priest. And so I said, no, I can't. I would like to continue my journey as a Franciscan. Now what happened? He achieved what he wanted to achieve. He's a man of great business and so on. And I am a Franciscan, I am a priest. That is the first moment when I had to take an important decision. The second moment was what I just quoted before, or said before, when the custode asked me to go to Spain. Yeah. At the same time, the authority of the university, they wanted me to continue. So I said, what I'm going to do now? Do I do the obedience, or maybe I'm going after my own interest or the interest of the university? I decided to do the obedience, renounce it to further my education. But at that moment, I want to say God has shown me a different way of his own plan than the plan he had for me. Not maybe to be a teacher, not to be maybe a lawyer, not to be whatever you like, but to serve the people in a humble way in the minor seminary and later on in the missions.
Yeah. 50 years as a religious priest and still counting. It is the doing of the Lord. How has the journey been over these 50 years?
But personally, I want to say it has been a smooth journey, because it is not a pieces of journey, but it is a journey that has a beginning and an end. It has been a very smooth journey, I want to say. And I want to say why it was so, why it is so. It is because when I was ordained a priest on the 6th April 1974, that was the vigil of Palm Sunday at that time, and I had my first Mass on the 7th April, Palm Sunday. When I gave the homily, I decided to give the homily myself. I didn't invite any priest to give the homily for me or to advise me, because it was too late already. So I decided to give the homily, and in the homily I presented to the people of my hometown, I presented my program of life, what I wanted to live. So the pillars on which I wanted to found my life as a religious and as a priest. And the pillars that I said, and later on I repeated on the 7th April this year, 2024, in my hometown, when I celebrated the 50th anniversary, and I repeat even in Sunyani, just last Sunday, the pillars are the following. Practice daily listening to the word of the Lord. taking the word of the Lord seriously to my own life. Second pillar is humility in the sincerity of heart, which means avoid double personality. Show what you are, what the Lord asks you to be. The third pillar was the daily presence among the people. Daily presence among the people. Your commitment comes first. You are a priest for the people, you are a Franciscan for the people. So move with the people, pray with them, journey with them, work with them. The fourth pillar or the third pillar, the fourth pillar is practically don't separate prayer from life. Prayer should embrace the whole life, all your actions, all our thoughts. Prayer should embrace everything. Therefore, anything that I do, I want to be a prayer, a thanksgiving prayer to the Lord. And true prayer, sincere prayer, goes beyond the formal prayer. The whole life should be a prayer. That is why don't separate life from prayer and prayer from life. Later on, another pillar is renounce yourselves, put the people before everything. Put the interest of the people before your own interest. Forget yourself and think of other people or the needs of other people. And the sixth pillar is say your daily yes to the Lord. Renew your vows daily, your baptismal vows, your Franciscan vows, your priesthood vows. Renew your vows daily. And later on, these are the pillars on which I wanted to find in my life. And later on, when I wake up in the morning, I just say a simple prayer. After making the sign of the cross, I thank the Lord for the gift of life, and I say the following prayer every day. Lord, help me to do your will today. And when we say that prayer, we understand everything. There is no need to add many words that we are going to confuse a lot to say even God, but just to say, Lord, help me to do your will today. And that is the pillar on which I decide to found my life as a priest and as a religious. And that is why I said my journey has been a smooth journey because I kept faithful. I tried to keep faithful at least to these pillars that I wanted to support my whole life.
Yeah, thank you, Father. And I'm interested in the third pillar, being present among the people. And this explains why Father Martino has become a household name.
Yes, that is very important. It is very difficult for me to live at a parish even one day, unless I am obliged. It is very difficult. I put my commitment before everything. And therefore I work, I pray with the people. On Sunday, I wait for the people. I wait for the people, not the people waiting for me. Usually, I spend almost, I to say, at least half an hour, 1 hour before the people come. Always this. And I work with the people. I remember even at Christmas when I was there. There was a difficult moment for me when the people passing by, they were telling me, Father, you cannot work. How? I was coming from Spain, where I have been working in everything, and coming to Ghana, I cannot work. I asked why. Oh, because you are like a chief. You are a boss. I said, it's not possible. I really was not happy at all. I continued working, but after a time, people came passing by, Father, thank you for the good example you are giving us. And they asked, why is it that maybe the other priests, they don't do it? That is a personal journey, a personal decision in life.
Exactly. So, how has your missionary journey evolved over the years? You started from somewhere before you came to Ghana. How did it start, and how have you been able to develop it till now?
So my missionary journey practically, it came always from the beginning desire I had at the beginning, to help the people. When I was a student still in Padua, in Italy, I wanted to go to Argentina as a missionary over there. But what happened? One student who went there, later on he left. And therefore the provision at that time, he told me, Martino, it's better if you wait, when you become a priest, you will go to Argentina. Meanwhile, I went to France to meet, to know my uncle, my auntie, and the friars in France, they asked me, but why don't you come here to help us? So I said, I don't have any problem. So I went back to Italy. I informed the provincial. A week after, I was already in France. And from there, returned from France to Spain. And when I left Spain in 1990, on the 6th of July, there was the feast of Pamplona, when the bullfighting and so on. So I offered myself to the Minister General and to the provincial that I was ready to go to any place they wanted me to go. I was ready to go to Lebanon, as I can speak French. I was ready to go to Argentina, to South America, as I speak Spanish. But the provincial came to Ghana, and when he came back, he told me, look, there is a need if you want to go to Ghana. Why not? Okay. I said, I had to learn another language. That is why I went to Ireland. I spent 5 months, and from there, therefore, I came to Ghana. And I want to say the journey has been a smooth journey, because I stick to my principle, to my pillars. And thanks to the help of God, and even to the discipline that I impose on myself. Because without discipline, without sacrifice, we don't achieve anything in life.
Yeah. So can you boast of any Fanti?
Any?
Can you speak?
Oh, I can speak. I can say the Mass in Fanti. I can speak really. I didn't try, because when I came to Ghana, the following day I was already celebrating Mass at Christmas, and therefore my mind was not really to be on the book. Even at that time there was no book. I went to Holy Child there. A teacher taught me a little how to pronounce for the Mass, nothing else. But really, I didn't have even time to. There was no book. If I had some books, I could have learned even a Fanti. But nowadays it is very difficult.
So apart
but I can speak. I can understand. I follow. When people speak in Fanti and Chui, I can follow. Maybe not 100%, but I get the idea. And really, for the Mass, when even I go to the Austrian, I say the Mass in Fanti.
Can you give us one sentence in Fanti?
Huh?
One sentence in Fanti.
Oh, that's why we know. More to sing.
More to say. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're just joining us, this is Cafdil TV and you're watching Religious Vocation Digest. I'm here with Father Martino Corazzin, who recently celebrated 50 years as a priest, and as he has told us, he's 58 in the religious life. It's not a joke. Kindly share the link with your friends. Let them come on board to join us. Listen to Father Martino speak to us. So in all, how many countries have you missioned so far?
Because I was born in Italy. I went to France 1 year, and later on I went to Spain, and from Spain I came to Ghana. When I was in Spain, at Easter and the Christmas, I was going to France to help our friars over there in the parishes for the celebration of the Eucharist. Okay. So in French. Okay.
So in Ghana, which communities have you met?
When I came to Ghana on the 5th October 1991, I was posted in Takoradi. Later on the 3rd May 1998, I was introduced as a parish priest in Sunyani. I left Sunyani at the end of August 2014, and I came to Elmina. I am still in Elmina.
Okay. what motivated you to be a missionary? What motivated you? What encouraged you to go into mission?
Apart from the desire that I had, the example of my mother and the son, surely the presence, the example of the priest at that time, later on when the missionaries were coming back for holidays, they were coming to visit us in the seminary, talking to us, and all this probably helped me to keep that desire to help people to become a reality, to be a missionary.
Okay.
Because a desire is something that can remain just a desire and die, or a desire can become a reality. It's like when a farmer goes to the field, so some seed, the seeds can die or the seed can grow. All depends later on how we deal with the seed or how we deal with the desire that we have.
Okay. Can you share with us some insights from your, how do I even put it, from this missionary experience, any insight to encourage young missionaries or those who want to be missionaries in the future? Any insights too?
What I can say is I'm really happy to be a missionary. I'm very happy. And therefore, when we dedicate ourselves to the people, to God first and to the people, we experience inner joy. Okay. And that inner joy is what is keeping us alive. Now, when I came to Ghana, I had my Ghanaian baptism. In what sense? It was during Christmas, just not even 2 months in Ghana. I was preparing the crib at the Christmas. I was going back for lunch, even dirty and so on. And suddenly at the 10 o'clock roundabout, something happened. I left the cars coming from the left side to pass. When I saw the last car passing, I started moving myself without realizing that a car, an urban bus, overtook me from the right, which is not allowed. So I touched a little. Hey! They got down. Look what you did to our car. You spoiled it. Hey, I don't have any sign on my car. No, nothing broken. How can I spoil your car? False witnesses from under the tree by the roadside, and that reminded me of Susanna and the false witnesses and Daniel. And they came forward. They said, no, we saw it. You did it. I was in trouble. Just not even 2 months in Ghana. So I said, okay, let's park and let's see what is going to happen now. Suddenly, or luckily, a truck from the barracks, Aprendo barracks, passed by, and they saw me there in trouble. They stopped and they asked me, what is happening? Oh, they are accusing me that I spoiled their car. They look at them, and they left. False witness. That was my Ghanaian baptism. So it was a difficult moment because without knowing the culture, without knowing the reality, you face a big problem like this, you say to me, I'm going back to my country, but I remain.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyhow, to be a missionary is really an important moment. To be a priest is an important moment. To be a Franciscan is an important moment. And if we decide to be a Franciscan, we decide to be a priest out of inner reasons, not external reasons, this can fulfill us completely, as it has fulfilled me. Okay. I'm very happy, very satisfied.
So, Father, can you share with us some of the challenges you have encountered in your ministry entirely and how you were able to keep them?
So I am talking about now during my stay here in Ghana. The first difficult moment or challenge, it happened at the Christmas when practically the catechist, who was a very good translator, but having big problems, drinking, beating the children, beating the wife in the presence of the children, So I approached him, I told him, please, or you change or you resign. It was the first year in Ghana. So practically he resigned, and we had an extraordinary...
He resigned?
Yes.
As a catechist?
As a catechist.
He was not ready to change?
No. Because even when I was speaking about marriage, he didn't have the marriage blessed in the church. Good translator, good, but the people, what about you? So that was even another big problem. Anyhow, he resigned, so we had a board meeting, emergency board meeting. We accepted the resignation. And later on, the following Sunday, on the doors of the church, papers by the people who was supporting him. So practically, I did as nothing happened. I treated the people who pasted that papers on the doors as nothing happened. Even I was to say, I helped one of them who was the leader among them to pay the school fees of his daughter. And little by little, after several months practically, the things died and the peace returned to the community. That was also another big challenge, and this situation. Later on, other kind of challenge or difficulties due to perhaps to the different culture is that me, I'm not a politician. I can't speak as a politician. So me, I usually go straight to the point. Sincerity straight to the point, the truth straight to the point. I don't go right and left. At the end, we don't understand what you want to say. So me, I go straight to the point. As it happened yesterday evening, I was at Tunqua to solve a problem about the choir. And I told them straight to the point. So the difficulty is to see that people easily, they don't recognize their mistakes. It is difficult for the people to accept their mistakes, but always they put the blame on other people. And I remember when the Bishop Sarpong came to Verona, before coming to Ghana, I was having a 3-month preparation. He came to give us a talk, and I remember very well what he said about the Ghanaian people. Good people, but very proud people. That usually they don't accept that is really true of course, but that is what he said. And that is what sometimes I experience myself. If I want to know the truth, one reality, I prefer to give up. Because we go right, left, at the end we don't know. I don't understand. Me, I'm very straightforward. Therefore, for me, it is very difficult to know. That is another reality that sometimes we face in our daily relationship with the people. But anyhow, if something happens, I don't keep anything in my heart. I treat them as nothing happened, with love.
Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning of this program, or at the beginning of this program, I mentioned that your name has become a household name in Ghana, whether you like it or yes. How have you impacted the communities you have served in Ghana?
Personally, I shouldn't the one say that,
exactly.
that my presence has had an impact on the community. Yeah. The people should say, or they have to say, not me. Yeah. Me, from the very point of humility, I consider myself a servant. I do what I am supposed to do, and not worry about the rest. But surely the people, they know, and they said it, that this is this. But it's not up to me to say it. Yeah. And this from a point of humility. I'm just a servant.
Yeah. There are many things, like projects you have done in communities or parishes where you have served. Where do you get your support from?
Okay, when I started with the project, I was not an experienced man. It was thanks to 3 women who came from Spain to visit me, and they told me, Martino, why don't you start maybe write a small project? So I started one with the first one was the GSS at Benunquante in Sunyani rural area, and from there, 1 year after another, a project every year. So the support practically came from some sponsors or agencies or dioceses. I would say Germany, Spain, Austria, and these are the major. Later on in Spain, even from the city councils, from the assemblies, from the government of Navarra, and that sponsorship. And apart later on from personal friends and so on. I can say that even in Spain, I left Spain 34 years ago, and they have still a very good memory of the 5 years that I spent in 2 small villages. They have really a good memory. And all the projects that I did, practically for me, it is the visible expression of the gospel that we preach, to show God's love to the people. I ask myself several times, we can preach, but how can we prove to the people that God loves them? And so to me, the project, they are the visible sign of the love of God towards the people, towards the poor. That is what encouraged me to continue. And I know people come to me every day, Father, I need even this morning after Mass, Father, my school need my school. Anyhow, what I can do. I don't promise, but if I can help, I'm very happy to help. And this coming from the bishop, coming from the North Ghana, coming from everywhere. The project that I did, there are many, because I can say there are at least 12 schools, and the Sacred Heart School in Sunyani has been declared the best government school in Ghana. More than 80 boreholes, more than 7-8 chapels, assistance to the students, poor students, needy students, but intelligent, more than 200, and many other projects. So project practically is a part of my life. If somebody, one day the superior should tell me, stop the project, I will find myself in trouble. Yeah. Because that is part of my life, because that is the way I want to preach the gospel.
Yeah, and I must say, we are really grateful to God for bringing you to Ghana. Like I said, I knew you, or I heard of Father Martino as a little girl in Takoradi. Though I wasn't worshiping at Kwesimentim, I was at Efiekuma by then. But as little children, we knew Father Martino, and still, those coming after us still know about Father Martino. I don't know if I'm right to say that Father Martino is the brain behind St. Antonio of Padua, Kwesimentim Parish, and then the school as well. During that time, the school used to be very vibrant, but it isn't as it is today. So thank you very much, Father Martino, for what you are doing for the church in Ghana.
Okay, not only Kwesimentim, later on in Sunyani. It was 16 years, a very beautiful journey of many projects.
Okay.
And that is why on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the Brunga Haforizo, I was honored by the chiefs. The late President Rawlings was there. Later on, the following year, I was honored by the Queen Mother who passed away. I mean, due to all this, my love, even in Sunyani, there is a street dedicated to me, Martino Avenue, just by the cathedral and the backshop.
That's nice. Martino Avenue.
Martino
okay,
Avenue.
Anytime I pass by Sunyani, even if I have nothing doing on that route, I'll still pass there, at least to be a witness of the Martino Avenue. So now, how would you encourage any young man who desires to be a religious or a friar?
No, what I want to say is those who desire to become religious, to become a priest, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The journey is worthy of that journey. And therefore, what you need is to have the courage to say yes to the Lord. yes to the desire that maybe God put in your heart. Allow that desire to grow. And that if you have desire, God has called you, and you accept that desire, and you want that desire to grow, you will experience inner joy. So don't be afraid, but have the courage. But we need to sacrifice, we need to renounce many things in order to achieve it. And you know that the temptations of the world are many. Maybe my personal interest, my own life, God is telling us, offer your life for other things. There is another moment that, for instance, if I can say, that even for the religious can be a difficult moment or not, when we are not sure or we not decide to know what we are. When I went to see my uncles in France, there was the feast of one village, and nobody knew me that I was a friar or a religious. And one girl approached me and asked me in French, "Est-ce que tu veux danser avec moi?" And I said, "Je ne sais pas." So I renounced I got embraced to start dancing together. That could be a temptation, isn't it? The beginning. So remember, if you are a religious, if you are a priest, if you are a seminary, remember who you are. Together, but at the same time, you cannot mix up completely. Protect your reality. If you are religious, you are a priest, because everything starts with something that can take you far away from your reality.
Yeah. So what has sustained you over these 50 years as a priest?
What has?
Sustained you.
Sustained me, okay, my daily prayer, as I said before, my daily simple prayer, Lord, help me to do your will, which means help me to keep your commandment, help me to put into practice your word, help me to be sincere, to be honest, to be pure, to be transparent, to be hardworking, help me to do your will. That is your will. Help me to be a good servant. And later on, the discipline that I impose on myself. The discipline, habit in eating, habit in sleeping, habit in everything. The discipline is very, very important. And in fact, when I go to Spain, or even when in Italy, we meet the former students, classmates, or something like that. Who is going to thank you for having been maybe their formators? Those who acknowledge the effort that you did to help them to grow in discipline. They will thank you, even recently in Spain, Father, what we are is thanks to you, to the discipline that you instill on us. But the lazy people, they will never come to thank you because they didn't achieve anything. So that discipline is part of life. It is very necessary. Prayer and discipline and trust in the Lord. That's what sustains me. And later on, again, the pillar that I offer to the people, informing them about my program life, that I try to be faithful to those pillars.
Yeah. So are you fulfilled as a conventual Franciscan priest?
Yes, I am very happy. I think I am fulfilled. We are sinful people, I will say, some shortcomings, whatever, but I am very happy. I don't regret, for instance, if I didn't fulfill my desire as a professor, just to say, if I did the obedience, but God speaks to us through the obedience as well. Yeah. And in fact, the obedience is very important.
Yeah. How do you...
And even talking about, for instance, poverty, although people, they think that Martino has money. I don't have money.
But you have money.
No, you see, you are wrong as well. Because I can tell you, those here, all of you are listening, you have maybe $100 in your pocket. And you say, what do you say? It is my money. I may have $1,000 in my pocket, but I don't say this is my money. It's the money that I need for the church or whatever, but not my money. When I made the solemn profession on 4th October 1969, 9 people came, my family came for the profession. We don't do bigger things as we do over here. We do simple things. And they gave me a small radiola. So I show it to the rector. And the rector told me, oh, Martin, look, there is somebody who is in need. I gave it. I didn't even switch it on. I don't even know how to switch it on. I don't have any radio myself. I never had any radio. I gave it. This is a gift that I was given. It is for me. I give it. Finish. I don't have any problem. So though I may have, it's not my money, it's project money that I must use it for that, or the church money, but I don't have personal money. I never said this is my money. But meanwhile, people say, this is my money. Maybe only one can say it is my money. The system, maybe they do the same, isn't it? Or maybe not.
We don't.
Okay. So, but that is the reality. So, God has blessed me with the health, that is true. God has blessed me with several benefactors on the past. Nowadays it's more difficult anyhow because things are changing over there as well. But because I have been transparent, I made good use of that money, God has blessed me. And I remember even the government of Navarra at that time, when I was in Suñani, the leader told another woman in Spain who came to visit me, oh, tell Father Martino that he can submit even 3 projects at the same time. Why? And when I was visiting them, they would say, Father, we give you maybe 80% and you do 400 and more. That is what we need to do. Yeah. So I thank the Lord for all this, for the health I gave me, in spite of when I was a child, was about to die, and even for the benefactors that the Lord has given me to help people.
Yeah. To young men and women watching us, especially those who have the desire to be religious, I hope you are learning a lot from what Father Martino is sharing with us this evening. For me, I have picked something from his selflessness, and this is what has brought him this far. Father Martino, considering your experiences before and today, how do you envisage the future of the church? How do you see the church tomorrow?
In Ghana, or anyhow?
Yeah, in Ghana, and
we know that the church is facing, at least in the Western Europe, America, is facing many problems due to many reasons. Yeah. Due to many reasons, it could be the selfishness of the people, could be the richness, personal interest, could be the scandals that the church minister gave also, the lack of trust, and so on. There are many reasons, many reasons. Here in Ghana, I would say the church is a joyful church, a live church, but sometimes I had the impression that it's a little weak as well, in the sense that there are people, Catholics, who move from the Catholic Church, go to another church, looking for what? Later they come back, they move, but they have one leg here, one leg there, one leg there. And that is the weak point, because we become a little like a Pentecostal, jumping, singing, and clapping, but at the end the substance of our religiosity is lacking. We need really to deepen into our faith. Why do I am a baptized person? Why do I become join the religious life? Why do I become a priest? The inner motivation. We need to find out this, because a number is there. Although, for instance, we say that in Ghana the number of Catholics are decreasing. Personally, I am doubting. I don't agree with this, because even in Suñani, the Bishop of Janfi said last Sunday that the percentage of Catholics in Bongahafo is 28 or 30%, which is more than. Okay. How it was done, that survey, to me is not correct. It's not correct. In the sense that I want to say, to know exactly the number of Catholics, we should take maybe 1 month to count the Catholics every Sunday in all the parishes. one can move from here to there, but he will be counted over there. At the end, we see. The end, they get the average. But you say, no, they go from how to, even when they came to us, they didn't ask, are you a Catholic? They didn't ask. So how can you say that the Catholic are decreasing or are increasing? I doubt that, and this is very discouraging when the bishop continues saying we are decreasing, it's very discouraging. Because it may be true, but it's not, the survey is not really well done, was not well done.
My father, they didn't ask you because they know you were a Catholic priest.
No, but even the other people. I asked people, did they ask you? No, they didn't ask us. So.
Anyway.
They didn't ask. I asked several people. Did they ask you? No, they didn't ask. So what did they put there?
You might be right, because I remember the last housing census, I was a student, and I returned from lectures one day, and some of the co-tenants, it wasn't a hostel, it was apartment, told me that they have been around and they never came back. So me, for instance, I wasn't counted as a Catholic.
Yeah,
so what you are saying
no, to me they should, for instance, they say 2 weeks, 2 Sundays, 3 Sundays, we count all the members in all the parishes. We take the average, and you will get.
Yeah. You must be true, or you might be true on that. Father, you recently had a papal award. How did it come about?
I was in Italy on holidays when I received the message. I did not expect that. Mm-hmm. I did not expect that. We are not worried about that. But the problem that I received it. Okay. So maybe because due to what I did, due to my pressure, I don't know. They have their own motivations. But for instance, when I do charity, when I help, personally, I'm not, I want to say, I don't feel very happy when somebody comes, Father, we thank you. I don't need to be thanked. I don't need it. Because I say, I am just a servant, I do what I am supposed to do. Finish. It is to thank, it is true, it's good, I mean, from the side of the people, but personally, I don't expect that. So I was not expecting even the papal award or whatever like. I was not expecting even the acknowledgement on the occasion of the 50th anniversary 1.5, because even the year before, I was insulted. The letter was sent even to the president. I was insulted because in the school we are collecting that small PTA, maybe 5 Ghana cities in the villages, maybe 30 Ghana cities are Sacred Heart. Some people came to help us to put up some schools. How can you allow the school to collapse? You have to maintain them. Exactly. So for this PTA money, I was insulted, and the letter went out to the president. It was the senior minister, Mensa, and the Bishop Artelon came in, and we saw the problem. But the following year, I was honored. The years before, I was insulted. So all this.
And it's just like a Good Friday coming before Easter.
And that is right. So that is part of our life.
So when you received the message that you have the papal award, how did you feel?
Nothing. I didn't. Okay, I don't know why. They only asked me for a picture. I sent a picture, and I went there last Sunday. I was in Sunyani, or Saturday. I was in Sunyani on the 6th July.
So you were presented by the Sunyani diocese?
Yes, Sunyani diocese. The nuncio did not come because he had been transferred, so he was about to travel. Yeah. So the bishop stood up for him.
Okay. You've already shared, though you didn't want to mention them, some of the projects you've done in Ghana, but few have been mentioned. How do you unwind and find balance amidst your responsibilities? You do a lot. How do you combine community life, this, that, moving here?
How do I mean, the balance is due to the discipline. I will never give up a commitment. If I cannot do it during the day, I will do it during the night. But I will never find the excuse, oh, sorry, I couldn't do it. Or sorry, I didn't have time. I will never find that. I never had in my life that excuse. I manage, I know I have to do this. I plan my life, my day and night. So it's due to the discipline, the strong discipline that I impose on myself. And another thing, for instance, in my education, my journey as a priest, as a religious, I want to say, never somebody came to tell me, oh Martino, oh, you have to do this, even when I was a child. Never nobody came to me, do this. I always offer myself in the minor ceremony, in the gestes, in the novitiate, in philosophy, in theology. I always offer myself
very proactive
to do the things. Renouncing this, renouncing that, I always offer myself. And that is, to me, is coming from even the formation. We need to insist on that point of generosity, not to act on commands. But we should allow the children of the seminarian to come out with their generosity. And there we see the maturity of the vocation. So nobody told me, do this. I always offer myself, always. Renouncing many things. And if you can tell me to switch on the television, I don't know how to do. Because I don't watch any television. For many reasons.
even today.
I don't know if I am in the house or not. I should go to the hospital. Anyhow, we see. But I said I never, because I renounce many things, or for cooking, or for doing that, or for doing that. So I don't even know how to switch this modern television. I don't know. Always my time is for the people. Football, I like playing, but spending time from the television, no, it's a boring life. I prefer to do something. Her sister, they like football. Me, I don't. To play, I was a player. I was in charge of the sport, but to spend time in front of the television, no. I will sleep. I have to sleep and go to bed. The following day, at 3:30, I'm up. 4 o'clock, I'm up every day.
You wake up that early?
Every day. This morning at 3:30.
Okay.
And you wake up and your mind is, well, the computer is working very well. That is the reality in my life.
Yeah.
When I was in Spain, I was sitting in my bed from midnight to 4 o'clock. From midnight to 4 o'clock, when I was in Spain.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good practice. Have you had anyone walking up to you to say, Father Martino, you inspire me a lot?
If I should say, from the podium community, I said, the people should say, but I should I had.
Yes, I know, but have you had that experience? Somebody coming to say, Father Martino, thank you so much. You inspire me a lot.
Yes, they came to me and even they said me, Father, I want to be like you. I had.
Yeah.
I had several people. My pace or my speed is not easy. It's not easy.
I can see.
It's not easy, but it is worthy. It is worthy.
What message would you leave for those watching now?
Those watching now, what I would like to tell them is, first of all, as a Catholic, you should deepen your Christian faith. Be faithful to your baptismal vows. Go counter current, I would like to say. Don't allow the people to push you, but be yourself always as a Catholic. As a religious, as a priest, the seminarian, the same. Be yourselves. Know what you want to achieve. Have the courage to take some important decision. Thank the Lord if the Lord has called you, and answer God's call. And you will experience inner joy. As Father Maximilian Kolbe say, love creates. Or as St. Francis of Assisi was telling the friars, you are a living gospel. You are a living gospel. So your life should be a living gospel, a daily preaching of the word of the Lord, but your daily life, through your daily Christian living, your daily Christian life. That is very important.
Okay. Thank you, Father Martino.
Okay.
It's been a long evening, and this is all time will allow us on this discussion. This evening on Religious Vocation Digest, we were privileged to have Father Martino Corazzin, am I right? OFM conventual, an Italian, who is 50 years as a priest and 58 years as a religious. Is not a joke. And he has shared a lot of experiences with us and advised us in so many ways. Let us pick from these experiences as religious and even as Catholic lay faithful or as a cherished viewer of Cafdil TV. Let's work with it, and I know that together we are all going to make heaven here on earth. We were live on Facebook and then on YouTube as well. So if you want to get a recap of this, kindly visit our social media handles. Facebook is Cafdil Cape Coast, YouTube is Cafdil Edu. Let your comments keep coming. Fill the comment section with your messages, and then Father Martino is definitely going to read them. Father, we cannot thank you enough for leaving your busy schedule to come and spend this time with us to share your beautiful memories and experiences in the religious life with us. We are very grateful to you, and we pray that you will live to celebrate 70 years as a priest.
Me, I wanted to go underground to rest. But I have some women that say, no, Father, you have to live 100 more. Okay, so life is not in my hands.
Yeah, so we are very grateful to you, and we hope to have you another time for you to come and then share more with us. We will meet again next week for another edition of Religious Vocation Digest. Have a blessed evening.